Okay, this is Orcs Must Die 2, as the title says, by Robot Entertainments. And this is playing Endless Mode on War Mage level, the Tower. As it says there, I'm currently number 637 with 1.4 million from a previous game. I have a spellbook, 1360 spare skulls, which, as my spellbook is fully upgraded, I can't actually use for anything. And this is single player. I did actually do a recording of this a short while ago, and the game crashed when I paused it, so I won't be doing that again. And space to continue. Right, and this is how that's my spellbook. That's my standard spellbook for this level. And what I tend to do is set up to start with 8 archers. I am playing this without mods, so they're not the super archers which you can get from Steam Workshop as a really powerful archer at 1/10 the price. This is the pure vanilla game as supplied without mods attached. I then put it on number 8, and number 8 is basically, trying to think how to phrase this exactly. It's more money for when you kill things, and they're more likely to drop coins when you kill them. So as it says, G to unleash the horde, and when the horde comes through that door, assuming it does come through that door, come on, you can break the barrier, come on, you can do it, good little orkies. Alright, hit number 8, then start killing. And the medium orcs are giving me what, 43, the light orcs are 29 with the coin thing on, and I forget what they are without it, but you'll see that when the third, not wave, but the third group of this wave come through, because by that point then the number 8, so the last one was 25, which for a medium orc, that's a light orc over there, is 17 rather than 43 and 29. So it's financially worth it to use number 8, certainly in the early stages, to get more money so you can set your traps up faster. The second wave comes through both doors, the door now directly in front of me and the door I was previously looking at. So this is the start of the choke point. They have to come through here, and normally, well, in the first 20 or so waves, 20 plus waves, it pauses after every 3 waves, and you get to notice that the first group come from just the downstairs door, the second and third waves, second and third waves come from both doors. So every third wave you basically get a break by them only coming out of the one door, and as it's the furthest away one, it takes them a lot longer and they have to go through more traps to get to you, which makes life a bit easier, especially at the early levels. And apart from the archers, as you'll notice, I haven't set any traps yet, and I won't until after the third wave is done, because there's just not enough problems caused. But as you also notice, number 8 is fully recharged, which means when this wave starts, I can do number 8 again and make them worth more. Those 2 kobold little things I killed would be worth 14, are normally worth about 6, I think. And here we go. Now, one of the joyous problems with this game, well, it's not a problem as such, one of the features, if you prefer, is that there is no save capability when you're playing it. You just have to keep going. So it's nice to pause occasionally. It automatically pauses every 3 waves at the moment. I get to there's a pause to pick up all the coins, which is that lot there, and another skull, which is, as previously noted at the start, I have 1360 of them. There's really not much use in that skull, but what I tend to do after the first 3 waves is set a fire trap there, so they immediately run into it and it kills a couple straight off. Set 3 across here, and I'll set a couple down here. Oh no, just the one because I can't afford any more. And then I get to wait until number 8 is complete, which will be 30 seconds or so, and then unleash the horde. Get all the money for the next horde, then I'll add more traps, archers, etc. And off we go. Number 8 is fully recharged. Yep, they're there. I like fire traps. They're fun. The only problem I have with fire traps on this scenario is there is a certain point where the wave you get is mainly consisting of fire ogres, which are not affected in any way, shape or form by fire traps. I could use ice traps, but at later levels you get yetis which like ice and the occasional ice ogre. So all in all, fire is my preferred method of killing people. Even my arrow walls are set to burn people with the upgraded arrows set people on fire from those walls. And time to set up back over here for the wave 5, or the second of the 3 waves. And I'm waiting for number 8 to recharge, so I'm just going to get the standard amount of return from these guys. I can hear a funny noise, which means there's a Mr. Moneybags on this level, which is always nice. And these big ogre types, trolls, that's what they're called, they're very susceptible to lightning, which is why I have a lightning ring as my number 2, so I can do that. And if I could hit that guy who's standing directly in front of me, it would be quite useful. Fire traps slowly recharge themselves, and in theory mine are upgraded so they recharge faster. Die troll. But even if they're on the fastest recharge they can do, they're still not fast at recharging. Let's kill this troll. Get out. Collect that 100. And I get 1200 for Mr. Moneybags. And my fire traps are not exactly at their hottest. But let's start wave 6. And I can hit number 8 again to get more money. And the little kobold things this time were only worth 10. The value of kills goes down as waves go on. So over time you will notice that while heavy orcs, when I start getting heavy orcs, are quite valuable, 20, 30 levels on, whenever it changes, eventually they're only worth 1 gold when you kill them. I plan on stopping, so assuming I get there at level 50, if I don't run into mass boredom or something else kills me by that point, or the game doesn't crash again. And at which point I'll have the basics of a setup, which will show you, if you continue with it beyond there, you can actually set it up so they cannot get past you. and you can literally let the game run for hours on end, and your traps and archers, etc., should take care of everything you encounter. Now, before I stop this recording and go on to the second one, I'm just going to set up the stuff I need for next time, which would be jump down to this ledge and set up more archers. Sometimes I set up an additional 8, sometimes an additional 6, depending what mood I'm in. I can always set more later. I'll go with just a 6, that way I've got more room for traps. Now, I didn't set 2 fire traps down here. Not that they're essentially necessary. I put some tar here. Oop, misplaced that. So anything that gets this far is going to be slowed down so I can really kill it. And that's everything set up. Number 8 is recharged. So I'm going to stop the recording here, and then I'll start the next episode.